My target audience will be targeted at mainly a male audience. This is because the indie rock alternative side of music culture is dominated by a male audience, and this is relevant to my subgenre. This is why Enemy and Q use a very straight, structured, bold and red and white and black house style, as it is very masculine. On the other hand, Mixmag use a variety of colour schemes, as the dance music genre appeals to both audiences. They have gone for a more modern look, as the dance genre is pretty recent, whereas Enemy and Q have a more contemporary vintage look, as the music genre never seems to date and goes back to the 80s. My magazine will be targeted at uni/college students, as this is where teenagers begin to create their own style. Subcultures are often influenced by music. For example, an emo might listen to death metal, whereas a chav might listen to bassline. My subculture will buy many products of which I could exploit a synergy within my magazine. This is done with all my magazines that I have studied. For example, on page 3 of Q, there is an advertisement for Jack Daniels. Products my target audience will be interested in may be technology such as Blackberries, iPhones, laptops and music speakers, clothing from stores such as Blue Banana or other rave-related retail stores, promotion of new albums, posters, gigs, events, or even just simply common food amongst my target audience, such as McDonald's, Red Bull. The demographic area of which my magazine will be sold will be within South Yorkshire due to the niche genre and focus on unsigned bands. I have chosen to go with a county demographic as my magazine won't be mainstream. The topics in the magazine will be very up-north orientated. For example, the magazine will have a list of local gigs and events to promote unsigned bands, which may not be known down south. I have also gone for a local demographic because tastes and lifestyles differ from north to south of England. This is due to the south being more affluent, or other effects such as political or religious upbringing. It is more dominant for a citizen down south to be more religious, conservative and affluent due to living close to the capital or past events such as the union strikes. My magazine will more than likely require an independent publishing company. This is because a multinational conglomerate will wish to exploit the product and make it more mainstream so that it is appealing to a broader audience. This will more than likely mean that the magazine will have to limit the amount of unsigned bands within the magazine. Mixmag, one of the magazines that I have studied, are in partnership with an independent publishing company called Development Hell Ltd. Although my magazine will be similar to Sandman, which is a free magazine launched in Sheffield 2002, which now has a readership of over 50,000 people. The way they distribute is having distribution points throughout Sheffield and Yorkshire, in which you have to pick up your own copy. The points for my distribution points could be in university, as this is where my target audience will be. This could be effective for my magazine, although because you have to pay for the magazine, it may become apparent for there to be a small circulation but a massive readership, as it is more convenient to borrow or circulate the magazine amongst friend groups. Therefore, another option may be to take advantage of the advancements in technology. I could rely on the subscriptions, in which the consumer would get the magazine delivered straight to their doors. This will strengthen circulation figures, as it is convenient for the consumer to have their own copy.